Commedia is a style of theatre that originated in Italy in the 16th century. It became hugely popular and spread throughout Europe. Commedia is important to know about as a performer because it is the roots of all comedy that we have today.
That's it! We've got it! The breath!
Whether it's cartoons, sitcoms, silent comedies, the things that are timelessly funny are generally based in the origins of Commedia Dell'Arte. Now, Commedia is all about the characters.
Should you lose, then I will take you as my bride. Onto my
Right
ship.
at the centre of it, there's a set of stock characters who appear in pretty much all scenarios that ever were performed.
How's that Columbina of yours?
That's what I wanted to know.
Oh.
An actor will play one character for their whole career, so they'd know really well how that character behaved, moved, thought, and so no matter what situation you put them in, they'll always know how that character will behave. Now, Commedia is known as an improvised style of theatre. It's not entirely improvised, but there are certainly elements that are. Predominantly, it's the dialogue that is improvised.
Pint of beer, landlord, please.
Make that two, please, sir.
A pint of beer for me, please.
No, make that two, sir. For me. No, it's mine. It's mine. It's mine. It's mine.
Each character would have a bunch of stock phrases or stock speeches up their sleeve. They may have lazzi, little bits of comic business that would just to entertain the audience. They have pre-rehearsed sequences that they could go into. But the dialogue generally is improvised. I want to introduce you to a few of these characters today. So, the Zani is one of the characters.
They're coming after me. I didn't do it. I don't know.
This is a mask of a typical Zani. There are many, many different types. There's hundreds and hundreds of different names for the Zani. But Zani is a collective term meaning servants. The servant working class. The low-ranking characters. Note the long nose. Generally, the longer the nose, the more stupid the character, as a general rule. Very, very small eyes. Very hard to see out of. So you're forced to move around the room using your head to move. So if you do this and put your hands over your eyes and create little binoculars and have a look around the room, you'll see how your peripheral vision is very cut off. And if you're going to move, you find yourself using your body to turn around. It's a similar experience if you're wearing this mask. Different masks have different eye holes, different size of eyes, different size of nose. Different mask makers make them in different ways. But this one in particular is intentionally made with very small eye holes to force the actor to move their head a lot. And this is mainly because the mask works well in profile when it's moving around. I'll show you. So, I look down there. I want to look up there. I look over there. I look back there. I look over here. And each time, I make a little stop. I look down there. Pause. I look up there. Pause. I look to you. Pause. If you notice, I make those little pauses so that you can take in my expressions. If I go too quick and I move my head around all over the place, you can't really see what's going on in my head. But if I go, oh, you can see what's going on, accompanied with little noises. Some technicalities about wearing a mask. Being able to get the rhythm of the mask, the speed, the punctuation of the mask work, so that you get these points where the audience can take in the thoughts of the mask and read the mask. If the mask moves too quickly and doesn't have those little pause moments, you just don't get it. The audience miss what's going on. It becomes very confusing. You don't know where to look. So this is another Zani, slightly shorter nose, more dopey eyes, slightly bigger eyes. The Zani have a particular way of walking, particular way of moving. Each character does, in fact. Every character has a set of postures and moves that can help the actor to get into the character. And I'll get myself into the body. Now the body, the centre is low.
low down in the centre, the bottom sticks out a bit, the back arches. The head is looking around. Oh, the arms, there's a slight tension across the shoulders that makes the arms move around. You're ready and alert. There's an energy inside. And the Zani very often balancing on one foot. Rarely are they in the middle. Usually weight goes to one side, quite often balancing. If you see big moves like that, and big moves become more like a cartoon, and hence this is where it comes from. So if a Zani was to run, we run with high knees, the head flung back, the body leaning backwards, because it's funny. It's a silly way to run. So we run, sometimes looking at the camera. But the energy's got to keep moving, so the feet are moving all the time. Now see if you can do this. Keep your upper body still whilst your lower body moves. Just try, change it from foot to foot. And then try, the head goes the opposite way. The head sees something, the feet see something. The head goes, the feet go, the head goes, the feet go. So the head moves first, the feet catch up. Okie dokie. Now, we also control the creep, another way of moving. So, if you want to sneak up on something, we go. So we creep with high knees and with lots of shushing. Because it's only not very good at being quiet. We make a lot of noise. Even when somebody goes, shh, don't make any noise. Can't help myself. Keep making noise. I'm being really still. Don't move. I'm trying not to, but that energy is going to burst out somewhere. Yeah. It's a bubble of energy in the middle. Anyway, I've got to go. See you later. So, the energy in the Zani, bubble of energy right in the middle. It's always waiting to burst out. If you're trying to be still, it's always going to come out somewhere. It might just come out in a little hand. But the fact is that if you're still and you hold your breath, the audience are also holding their breath. And they're watching you meticulously. So if something just starts to move slightly, all the attention of the audience goes directly to that thing that's moving. It might move somewhere else. You can try that, just moving little things around, isolating different parts. So we isolate the leg. We hold the leg, and it goes somewhere else. We hold the hand, and it goes somewhere else. We hold the bum, it goes somewhere else. Oh. So the energy passes through the body. So that's a great exercise in being able to get this energy moving. The Zani energy is out, out, out all the time. Big energy outwards. There are many different types of Zani, as I mentioned. There's lots of different names of them. One very famous one is Arlecchino. This is one mask for Arlecchino. Different mask makers have made different variations. There are many variations on Arlecchino. Arlecchino has all the same kind of movement, this low centre of gravity, moving from foot to foot. Oh. He has one extra little run that's really helpful for him, a very playful run. It's a little 3-step. And he's made famous that little step to the side. What was it? What did you say? What? Who went? What? Zani? Did he? No. Other characters. There are many. Most of them are masked, but there are some who are unmasked. The lovers are unmasked characters. The romantic leads.
But because they're acting next to masks, their exaggeration needs to be as big as the masked characters. They play along with the fact that these characters are masked. They don't let on going, oh, you've got a funny thing on your face. They take it as this is a person that I'm faced with, and it's quite normal for them to look like that. But their exaggeration needs to be an extension, and if they're a gentleman, extending the shoulders, broadening the chin. Extending may often have a sword, which I happen to have right here. They will strike great long poses. For a lady, they will strike beautiful poses. That goes all the way down to their toes. And they will make sure that their bottom doesn't show. They don't arch or bend in an unseemly manner, and their face must always be perfect. They move quite balletically around the space, and they have a huge personal space, so that if one lover were to take this corner of the stage, you can see that my arm breadth goes almost to the centre, so that if the one I love were to enter over there, Isabella, it is I, Sylvia, the one you love. Big personal space. I'm holding all this side of the stage. I will love her to the end of my days, and I will seek far and wide to find her. The origins of melodrama. The melodramatic lovers. The other unmasked characters who you may see are the female servants, the female Zani. So Columbina, and like the Zani, she has all the same moves, but it's all more in the hips. And the hands, the little gestures. Now she was unmasked as a servant because when ladies came onto the stage, it was the first time that women had been seen on the stage, and that in itself was quite a spectacle. In fact, I've got a little hat here. I can completely transform. You won't know me in a minute. So Columbina, she moves, showing off her legs a little bit, the nice trousered legs. And she moves around, again with high knees, but very light on her feet. She's the love interest of Arlecchino, and possibly the love interest of Capitano, and possibly the love interest of Pantalone, and even the doctor. Everybody loves Columbina. And Columbina is clever. She's onto all of them, and she plays them. But as I said, having ladies on stage attracted an audience. So leave them unmasked. Let the gentlemen see the ladies' faces, and that will make them come and pay for their seats in the front row. The other characters, I'm going to show you a few of those very quickly.
It is I, Capitano. Capitano Spavento Spaghetti Bolognese. See, it is I, and I am very handsome. You see, I have a great nose, and I like to pose. Sometimes I will march, and I march like this. I will march. Yes, I am very good at marching. I am a trained marcher. I am also a trained swordsperson. Yes, I teach you great sword things, you see. I am endlessly brave. I will take on any of you. Now? Here? Well, I'm busy. Can't fight right now. No, don't get out your sword. No, not your sword. Please, no. Okay. I give in. Okay. I am coward. I am not really very good at sword fighting. Sometimes I'm even scared of my own shadow. Did I say that? Let me pull myself together. Yes.
The Doctor and Pantalone. The Doctor is one of the master characters, as is Pantalone. These two are normally the heads of two households.
Pantalone.
The Doctor.
So Pantalone, he is a miserable old man. He is the archetypal miser.
Yes. The body changes, the heels together, the buttocks curve under. Yes. Look at that shape. Curve all the way down like an S. The chin comes up, and if you're being led, it's like being led by the chin and the knees. You try walking like that for a while, it blooming hurts, I tell you. You get bad back doing this. And that helps, because Pantalone's always miserable, because he has got bad back. Yeah. The only thing that moves quickly are his hands. Always moving quickly. Money moving through his hands. Imagining the money that he could have. He likes money. He's very rich, and greedy. Always looking for more ways to make money. But Pantalone is not very popular. I am respected, or it was once. But not many people like me. I tell you why? Because I collect their money. I make deals, I take their taxes. It makes me rich. Yes.
The Doctor. Large belly. The back is arching forward and we bounce on the heels. I don't know if you can see that, but the heels are together and we sway the knees forward, meaning that, whoa, you are always slightly on your toes and always off balance. Keeping the heels together, though, makes you slightly appear like you are out of control, thus adding to the comedy of the Doctor. It makes you move with little feet, and the belly weight will carry you around. Yes. Now, the Doctor likes to talk a lot. He likes to pontificate and proliferate and buffoon on. Yes. A hand on his belly, another hand gesticulating and constantly talking and hard to get off the stage. Legalities can be somewhat confucius. One must go to the Latin equivalent and look at the ipso factums of the penuncular. When one takes this specificula on the orifice, one will realise that there is nothing so spantafulous as the reason.